Hello and welcome to the third season of the SIMGEAR Rally Cup. In the first of the 8 rounds, Rally Australia, 96 drivers took part, with 66 of them crossing the finish line. Now, let's follow how the battle unfolded in the rally. By the end of Saturday, the drivers had already completed 8 special stages, 2 on Friday and 6 on Saturday. In the overall standings, the first to enter the service park after the stage was the Pole Jurek Bogdanowicz in a Ford Fiesta Rally 2. He managed to build a lead of nearly 4 seconds over Tommi Mäkinen from Finland in a Skoda Fabia. After the first 2 stages, Jurek mentioned that he was starting the rally lightly, but in the following stages, the big battle with Tommi began. Jurek won 5 stages, noting on the first pass of east-west that he had approached it too aggressively, which cost him time, and during the second pass, he complained about the hot weather. Tommi Mäkinen opened the rally with a stage win, but, typical of his Finnish style, kept his comments to himself after the stages. Nevertheless, he made no mistakes and added 2 more stage wins on Saturday. South African Jody Cleenwerck took 3rd place in his Skoda Fabia, also from the Rally 2 class. He maintained a high pace, but unfortunately spun on the first east-west stage and was penalised 5 seconds. At the end of the second day, he added that he hadn't attacked much during the Saturday stages and estimated he had lost about 10 seconds. Eetu Kortelainen from Finland, in a Rally 2 Skoda Fabia, crossed the Saturday finish in 4th place, 1 minute and 6 seconds behind the leader. He started the rally cleanly, but unfortunately spun on the second stage, losing a lot of time. His bad luck continued on the 3rd stage, after which he slowly and gradually started to find the necessary pace. Another Finn, Jesse Turunen, also in a Skoda Fabia, completed the top 5, trailing by 1 minute and 18 seconds. Hungarian David Dobos, also in Rally 2, impressed from the very first stage, despite losing around 2 seconds. On the second stage, he almost lost control of his Skoda, which cost him a little but valuable time. On Saturday, he took a lighter approach, although he had tense moments on the first stage of the day, and the 5th stage brought serious problems that cost him much more time. Behind him came his compatriot Boyza Herceg Dominik. Manuel Alonso from Spain admitted from the start that gravel was not the surface he felt comfortable on. In the first few stages, he managed to adapt and gradually started to find his rhythm, but he was still not satisfied with his pace, especially on the 8th stage, New Bobs. Nine seconds behind him was Jack Rackham from Barbados, who also led the Rally 3 class. The top 10 on Saturday was rounded off by Bulgarian Ilian Valchev in a Skoda Fabia. He faced minor challenges on the first stage and also on the third, but the small suspension issues didn't stop him. At the end of the day, he said that so far the rally had gone well for him, with no major mistakes, and that he had given it his all. Among the less powerful AWD cars in the Rally 3 class, second in the category was Max Sebastian in a Renault Clio, trailing by 2.5 minutes. Starting his race gradually, at the end of Saturday, the Hungarian said he was satisfied with how he had performed so far in the rally. Third in Rally 3 for the day was the Argentine Sebastian Alenka, just 1 second behind Sebastian. Among the front-wheel drive cars, the Pole Krzysztof Mäkinen crossed the finish of the 8th stage in his Peugeot 208 as the class leader. On the 3rd stage, Mäkinen demonstrated his capabilities but still struggled with focus during the stages. With issues on his car and problems among his competitors, he led the rally and was satisfied with his performance. Nesrin Sali from Bulgaria in a Renault Clio finished 5 seconds behind the pole. Maintaining a steady pace, Sali held his position and occasionally battled with other contenders for the front-wheel drive title. On the last pass of New Bobs, Sali recorded a stage win, setting a time 4 seconds faster than Mäkinen. Third place on Saturday went to experienced Bulgarian Julian Ganovski, also in a Renault Clio. He trailed Sali by 7 seconds and Mäkinen by 13. Ganovski took 3 stage wins, twice on East-West and once on New Bobs. Unfortunately, his inconsistent start in the first stages prevented him from ranking higher. First among the older generation 4x4 cars in the R4 class was Jukka Kainanen from Finland in a Mitsubishi Lancer Evo 9. He wasn't the fastest in his class, but his consistency paid off. Behind him, Ian Magbanua from the Philippines in a Subaru Impreza was 40 seconds back. Ian had a difficult start to the rally, spinning on the 4th stage, which cost him valuable time. He later faced additional issues, resulting in suspension damage. Last year's winner, Kauman Stoichev from Bulgaria, will compete in this class this season. He finished Saturday in 3rd place. He won the first stages, but received a 5-second penalty on the 4th stage. On the 5th stage, he broke the rear differential, but continued to fight. Unfortunately, he did not finish the 8th stage and ended the day under the Super Rally system. In the LADA Cup, the pace was extremely high. Russian Alexander Zhdanov literally showed what this Russian machine is capable of in his hands. He placed 32nd in the overall standings and far ahead in his class. He received a 5-second penalty on the 5th stage, but it didn't stop him, and he set an impressive time on the final stage. Second place in the class went to Bulgarian Dimitar Dulichki, who also had good pace, but could not challenge the Russian in this rally and focused on enjoying the stages. Third among rear-wheel drive cars was Australian Daz Whalen, 1 minute behind Dulichki. On Saturday, he and Delichki exchanged stage wins, but the Bulgarian proved to be the more consistent driver of the two. This was how the standings looked after the first 8 stages. On Sunday, 6 special stages were scheduled. Alexander Zhdanov delivered a truly fantastic rally, finishing 23rd overall with the weakest car and taking the win in his class, the LADA Cup. This will give him a comfortable start to the season, collecting the maximum points from this rally. After a series of challenges in this dramatic class, victory went to Nils Sentkowski from Germany in a Mitsubishi Lancer Evo X. Sentkowski had some tough moments during the rally, but he clearly managed to impose his pace on the third day, which ultimately brought him success. With a bit of luck but well deserved, Krzysztof Mikiciuk took the win among the front-wheel drive cars. The outcome in this class remained uncertain until the very end, as Julian Janowski, Nesrin Sali and Dean Vella were all pushing hard. In the overall standings, 5th place went to Jesse Turunen, who was perhaps not fully satisfied with his performance. 4th place went to Rally Australia's Eetu Kortelainen, who also collected valuable championship points. On the last stage, he spun, and in the earlier stages, he approached the track cautiously, feeling he didn't find the necessary rhythm, but he was grateful for the setup he received for his Skoda Fabia from his teammate Jesse Turunen. Third place in the rally went to Jody Cleenwerck, who approached the third day calmly. His main goal was simply to finish without taking unnecessary risks, which he accomplished. With steady pace and consistency, he crossed the finish line and congratulated everyone at the end. The battle for first place in this round was epic. After the blistering pace set by Tommi Mäkinen, Jurek Bogdanowicz had no choice but to chase the victory, even at the risk of taking chances. The Pole started the third day in the lead, holding a 4-second advantage over Mäkinen. In the first 3 stages, he lost only minimal time in the first 2, but in the third stage, he fell behind by slightly over 2 seconds. The situation became tense as Tommi was right on his tail. On the 12th stage, Mäkinen made a mistake and spun, costing him nearly 3 seconds, seemingly giving the rally back to Bogdanowicz. This appeared to motivate the Finn, and on the penultimate stage he clawed back half a second. Following that, the super special stage came, where Tommi pulled off the impossible, setting a fantastic pace and winning the stage by almost 4 seconds over Bogdanowicz. In the end, Tommi Mäkinen won the rally with a margin of 0.7 seconds ahead of Jurek Bogdanowicz. Here is the final classification at the end of the rally. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. You can find more information on simgear.gg, and next week we move to the Czech Republic for a true asphalt showdown.